Welcome back to the Cinema Cruise Point of View. We are here to talk about Power Book 3, Episode 5. And later on, we'll be joined by other crew member, E Money. But right now, we're here with the lovely and talented Shelly Shell. What's good?
What's up, boo? How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Ready to talk about this episode.
Yeah, we got to get this out the way because my House of the Dragon starting about 9 o'clock. So got to get on that soon. Yeah, it's a Power Book 3, Episode 5, man. So it starts out with this crack fiend looking for some crack. He got some money and stuff like that, which was crazy. But anyway, he go to the building that we know. Oh, here he is. So we start getting into it. My man.
The man, the myth, the legend.
Hey, Money. Oh, what's good, brother? What's good? How you?
Good.
You made it. You good?
I made it. Yo, I was just talking to my peoples, and they was in New York like 2 days ago, maybe, walking down Manhattan, and they got a video with Marv.
A word?
Yeah, they ran into Marv. He had like a Walmart hoodie with a tan Yankees hat.
Okay.
And she had the filter on by accident. So when he saw the filter, he was like, "Oh!" He started doing that shit. That shit was funny.
Oh my god! Yeah, if you ever see Ballers, he in that too. He good as hell. That shit.
Oh, he in that too?
Yeah, he in Baller. Yeah, the Rock shit.
Yeah, shout out to Marv, man.
Yeah, watch Ballers. Him and Denzel.
That HBO show with the Rock. And
yeah.
It's still on?
No, it's been off. But
Okay.
I'm saying he was in that show. Yeah, the whole time.
How many series did it get?
It got like 5 seasons. It's really good. I like it.
5 seasons?
Yeah. I love Ballers actually. I was bad. This shit went off.
I think I started watching after season 3.
Okay. I got you. Well, anyway, we were just talking about it. How this episode starts with our man Marv, crackhead looking for crack, going to the normal spot. Marvin there, finally getting rid of that dead body. E, what you feeling about that, bro?
About damn time. That's what I can say for Marv. It's about damn time to get rid of that. The crackhead had me rolling. The fact that he wasn't trying to hear shit. What kind of crack house is this?
Right.
Y'all ain't got no shit. About to cause a whole type of ruckus just for some little bit of shit.
Right.
So it was good that Marv got him out the way.
He was like, clean crack house. I never thought of that. That should be cracking him.
Yeah. Exactly. What the
hell? Michelle, how you felt about that scene?
Yeah, that scene was funny. That crackhead is from a couple episodes ago when he witnessed something.
Yep.
He witnessed the shooting.
The shooting. Oh,
yeah. The shooting,
wow.
Yeah,
okay.
That's right.
So they brought him back for a reason. Yeah, in this episode. But Marvin being Marvin, that was hilarious, and him getting rid of that body.
Finally. Yeah. All right. Well. So, speaking of getting rid of the body, so we go to Kanan at home with Rock, and she wake his ass up, and she like, they're talking about let's go camping. And he like, you know what you going? She like, nah. He like, you'll love it, stuff like that. And so she forced him to go camping. Meanwhile, they're being watched outside by the Italians from Sal. I guess who to set them up. I guess to take out Rock at this point. He was already like, fuck it, I'm taking her out, shit like that. So, how y'all feeling about how this thing starting off? Let me holler at you about that part.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I was shocked that the Italians got that close to even know where she lived at, though.
Yeah,
like, that was pretty good digging.
Probably unique to them because they fucking with Unique. You know where she live at.
So. Unique a piece of shit, boy.
Yeah, she live in a regular house on the street, like she ain't hiding.
Right. It ain't hiding, but damn, that's not.
She's not in the hills
smart.
yet.
It's not smart.
Yeah,
and then you got that racist fuck in the passenger seat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man,
y'all wanted to come to the screen on his ass, bro.
Yo, I did too. He was talking filthy. I was like, yo,
with that nose,
right, long ass nose, balding and shit, talking shit, looking crazy.
Yeah, Michelle, how you feeling about her trying to take Kanan camping and the Italians watching him?
So remember in the last episode, she saw him going into Howard's house. Yeah. Howard's house. So at this point, I think Rock is trying to softly reel him back in because it's either she thinks that he knows the truth or he's trying to build a connection with Howard to learn the truth. Right. So she's trying to bring him back in, Oh wow, they really out there trying to do a job real quick and get rid of the body.
Damn, that's my damn light. Shit, sorry, I don't need to stop. Yeah, I agree. On that too. Speaking about that, so he goes to Juke and say, "Yo, why you ain't going camping?" And Juke say, "Nah, this is you and her this time." And he tells Juke, "Look, I looked in the cop's eyes like you did your mother, and it something ain't feel right. Maybe he telling the truth." And Juke is like, "Nah, he a cop. He's lying. He can't be telling the truth. Kanan, listen to your mother." So I thought that Howard would have told him, like, "Listen, I'm your dad. Here go the papers." But apparently he didn't, because Kanan just looked in his eyes and shit. So, and Juke is kind of like backing up rocks. How you feeling about that, Michelle? Let's start with you this time.
So Juke is relying on what we was told in the beginning, that he doesn't remember anything. And Kanan's like, nah, I've had conversations with homie. So, on top of, he's starting to pick out that his mother is lying to him. So he keeps going from point to point to point, seeking validation and trying to understand why would his mother have lied to him all this time. And this guy is coming out of nowhere saying that you're my dad, but I just shot you last season.
Right. So you feel like, but the part about, so you feel like Juke is, does she believe him, or does she think that Rock, or does she think Rock telling the truth?
I think she think Rock's telling the truth.
Okay, got you. E, how you feeling about that when he go to Juke and she like, yo, don't believe him and stuff like that? So.
First of all, Juke out of pocket. Because you over here telling Kanan not to believe stuff, but you going behind the family back, going to see your mammy. Well, you told him now, but still.
Yeah.
You wilding, man. Kanan know what he's talking about. When Kanan said he looked in the eyes just like you did and did all that stuff, she should have been more realistic. She was being Team Rock or whatever. But ain't gonna be Team Rock with her mom.
I feel like, yeah, that's right, because if Kanan said I saw the same thing you saw, then you should have, believed that.
Right,
shit.
right.
You know what I mean? So
I find that crazy.
She doing them Dave tricks now. Like that is
oh shit! Ta-da!
That was your fault too, bro. But anyway, the next thing we get.
Too funny.
The next thing we get is and it's I guess they had where's the A&R spot? They're trying to sell the girl, I guess. But they had some spot. I guess somebody record label, let's say, and they trying to sell this chick, and they selling the music. Now, I told you she stole that song. You heard it, right?
Yeah.
Told you that shit. But anyway, they trying to sell it, and Crown trying to talk, Lou trying to talk, and then Crown shut up and say, "Yo, you're just a money man." Then they go outside laughing at Lou and shit like that. So then after all that's done and shit, Crown still, talking shit, and Lou not feeling it. So how you feeling about that scene, Michelle, outside the office there with the studio?
They don't trust each other. So it's starting to come out. And Crown is trying to show that he all tough, and Lou's like, nah, nigga, I'm really from the streets. I'm going to call your bluff. So that goes back to Crown trying to get that deal out of Rock to push Lou out. Lou not really trusting Crown because he got close to his girl and she left. So it's a lot of animosity between them two.
Yeah. You good?
Yeah.
Yeah, how you feel about the scene inside the studio when they're trying to sell the chick in that song? And them kind of argue with each other, Crown and Lou.
First of all, I've been told you Lou should have checked him. Lou should have checked him a long time ago and put him in his place. He was blatantly being like disrespectful in front of Lou. Oh, you know how these guys are. You know what I mean? They put a little money up, then they start thinking they the A&R.
Right.
Swap, shut up in front
of I probably would have hit him in front and right in front of the dude. I ain't gonna lie to you and shit. So
right, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Man, tell TJ you busy, man. Tell her I said that shit.
Mike said I'm busy, motherfucker.
I ain't say all that.
Not the motherfucker.
Right. Yeah. Michelle, let me go to the next scene. They outside and they're about to leave to go camping, and the Italians are still watching them. He tells Kanan not to put the bags in the trunk. So right there, you know that they got the bodies in the trunk and they're going to actually bury the body. And then we get the scene where Marvin looks up at Juke and she closes the window. So what were your thoughts during that scene? Also.
Well, we knew he was going to get rid of the body. We just didn't know how. But it made sense once we figured out they was going camping. Marvin looking up at Juke, I think is the beginning of us seeing his vulnerability towards the situation. And later on, we learned through a conversation with somebody just how weak he is behind what happened and how remorseful he is behind what happened. So I think, when you think back to season 1 and now we're moving towards the middle of this season, the character development for Marvin is phenomenal.
I like him. He's
phenomenal. I think him. Really for him and Lou. Lou is moving towards a different direction, but their character development in this season beyond Kanan and Rock is really great.
Yeah. And I don't like that she was looking at him through the window like, go down there and say something to him instead of looking at him like you retarded. That's my problem with her. But you'll run up to your mom that wasn't there, that was in the same state you was in, and ain't come see you or try to find you or nothing.
For me, the part that annoys me about Jukebox case in this is like, all right, your dad has known you've been gay for however long you've been gay, and y'all had what y'all had last season. And he's come to terms and accepted it. But now that you know who your mom is, you're going back and getting straight girl shit.
Right.
The floss in front of your mom.
Yeah.
So it's like, don't sit here. And Marvin don't know this yet. But from the viewer perspective, it's like you're spitting in your dad's face again.
Straight again, right.
To be somebody you're not, to please a woman you don't know.
Yeah. Because we'll get to that though in the church. But you're right about that. Let's go back to the studio. If they're leaving in the parking lot, Lou's Crown's still talking shit, and I don't know what he was thinking, but Lou just checked him. You know what I mean? Hit him with a nice little right, knocked him on his ass, and then Crown was pulled out the piece, and Lou told him, "Yo, don't pull it up. You ain't gonna use it." And he said, "You ain't gonna use it." And then he said, "Cause who said I ain't gonna use it?" He said, "I did," and walked away on him. So I know you like that part. You feeling about that, bro?
Love that part, and put his back to him like, "Yeah, you pussy." Like, hold that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I loved it, man. Come on, that was straight. He needed to be checked, like I told y'all. Yeah. That needed to happen. It actually needed to happen more, but that was still a pretty good. I'd have kept whooping his ass for a little bit. Then I'd have took the damn gun, whooped his ass some more for pulling it on me. Don't ever pull that shit again. Like he could have, but I mean, he know he was pussy, so I guess he didn't feel like taking it. But
I agree.
What do you think about that scene, Michelle?
It had to happen. It had, like I said before, it had to happen. Crown thinks that he is above Lou.
Yeah.
And Lou was like, "Listen, it's my money in this shit, so my opinion matters." And he checked him for it. But that was pent up aggression from a bunch of other shit between them. So it had to happen. And then Lou, no weapon at all, checked his ass. So
yeah. He said, just because you make gangster music, I mean you're a gangster, nigga. I like that shit. So.
Right, because the ball is in there saying right in front of Lou's face. Yeah, you know how niggas put up the money and then they think they're A&Rs. There, I would have spazzed. I would have fucked him up in there right there.
Yeah, that was the problem right there, yo.
Right there, that would have. Oh my god, that would have killed me right there.
And the crazy part is, they both have something to bring to the table. They can work together, but it just don't. It's like a pissing contest. They can't.
Is it though? I can't trust you. You was already bone and shorty. You could have told me. We G's, we men, no FMEs. But you didn't tell. You wasn't realistic and was like, yo, I'm smashing shorty.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So to me, I feel like he ain't holding up his end of the bargain. Not Lou. I think Lou was 100.
All right. Well, let's move on to something Michelle alluded to earlier. We get the doctor from the anger management, and Marvin, I guess, to the diner. And she said, I had to pull you out because of, you not. That's what was crazy to me. I ain't never seen anybody say, I'm going to pull you out to go to eat and shit like that. I had to find out why you're not talking. Like, I never heard no shit like that. And then
Right.
But whatever. Something like that. Right. The fuck? That's great. That's a fucking date, lady. Like,
right. That's exactly what that was.
She bringing all kind of oaths.
All kind of oaths and shit. Like,
talking about, I could tell him we came here and you didn't want to comply. What, bitch? I don't gotta comply. You got me out for dinner like we dating.
Right.
It goes against regulations.
Right.
What are you talking about? You can't. Matter of fact, now I really ain't coming.
I'd be like, yo, yeah, she called me to have me meet her at the fucking restaurant. Like, is that fucking legal, nigga? Like, that's what I was telling the judge. And shit like that, real crazy. But anyway, yeah, she threatened him with telling the judge, like you said, and try to pull something out of him. And then she wound up telling him, saying that I'm telling her about his daughter. And he said, like Michelle said, I did something last year. She's not gonna forgive me for it. Not nothing crazy, I'm just like a father trying to figure it out. So Michelle, how you felt about that scene inside that restaurant with them two?
Again, Shorty wrote all kind of oaths, but we know that she really wants them. Excuse me, I got a bad cough today.
You're fine.
So again, Marvin's vulnerability and him opening up, like he said, I did something crazy. I'm not sick. I'm not a sick motherfucker. I ain't rape her or nothing like that. But he knows that, Jukebox is really, really upset with him. So we may see a reunion. I think we're gonna see a reunion with them two because her mother's gonna let her down.
Oh, of course.
What you think about them at the restaurant there?
All right, so at the first of all, like I said, it was a lot of violations. Yes.
Right.
All right. Second, you keep pushing Marvin to try to dig deep, and he don't have much layers. He put it out on the table to her, like straight up. It was simple. Like, yo, I'm dumb. I be doing dumb shit. Like,
right.
Dumb motherfucker. Like, there ain't nothing else to it. You know what I mean? Like, I felt that was some real ass shit to say. That was real authentic, man.
Yeah.
And I hope she like took heed to how he said it, and you know what I mean, the way he said it, and how we know he meant it. Like,
what you think, Michelle? No,
I think she's gonna dig deeper. She's gonna try to dig deeper. She's not gonna accept that motherfucker. She's gonna want to know who he is and what he's doing. Get close to him.
You trying to get too close. Then next thing you know, we putting you in the dirt. That's too close.
He's still following Tony, so we know he gonna open up.
We'll get to that too.
Yeah.
But no, don't say that yet. We'll get to that in a little bit. Anyway, they get to the Catskills up in the mountains or whatever, and we got Rock at the front paying for them to stay, and we got Kanan trying to, holler this little white shorty and shit, while she doing it, and Rock behind it. That knife Rock bought was tough though. I ain't gonna front. I was throwing that knife, but and Rock told him, "Come on, let's go." So, how you feeling about? Let me ask Michelle. How you feeling about that scene?
Kanan being Kanan. So right now he's a horny teenage boy, and he opted from opportunity to opportunity. I don't think Rock made nothing of it in that moment, but seeing her get the weapon kind of let me know that something was going to happen later on in the episode.
Okay, E.
For real, Kanan know what to do. He's smooth. He knows what to do. Mike, we was that age. Come on, man.
Oh yeah, he definitely would have pulled it if the racist dude wasn't fucking with
right.
He definitely would have smashed shit like that.
I do feel like his combo was a little dead. Like she like, yeah, y'all got fire out there. He like, it's alright.
Right.
Nah, nigga, yeah, I got fire. Yeah, nigga, get my number down.
Right.
You some, you know, I already know what.
Come out here.
Like,
yeah.
Right. Track. Woo. Yeah, Mike, you know your shit. Yeah.
Yo. Okay. Crazy. Well, anyway, the next scene we get Juke rolling up on Zisa, like just pulling up on her and throwing the tape at her feet and saying, "You stole my song," and they're going back and forth. And Zisa like, "I didn't steal it; it was given to me." She tell her, like, how you found my address. Juke say, "Don't worry about that," basically. And she say that, who gave it to you? And she says, Lou, and walks away. So Michelle, you fun about that scene when she rolled up on Zisa about the song?
We knew it was gonna happen. We knew it was gonna happen. Jukebox is an artist in and of herself, right? She's a writer and she's a performer. And she performed the song in the studio, and both Crown and her uncle were like, "You don't fit the part." So then, it lands where it lands, and Zisa blows out the park for them. And what was corny to me was how she got the tape.
Yeah.
But we knew she was gonna blow up behind that shit because Jukebox isn't of herself her own artist. So like Zisa said, was it her or somebody said there's money in writing? I think it was Lou later on. Okay. Yeah. But we knew Jukebox was gonna roll up on her.
I thought she might see. It's crazy part since Crown gave her the tape. I thought she was going to roll up on Crown. I don't think she's going to go straight to Ziza. That part kind of surprised me a little bit about it and whatnot. So, but go ahead, Michelle.
In my opinion, I think that was Jukebox trying to confirm what they were saying. You know, because all the shorty did was perform it, but right. Jukebox already knows in their mind Ziza looks the part and Jukebox doesn't.
Right.
You know, so that's what I think about that. That's why she had to go step to the person themselves.
Okay. How you feeling about her stepping to Ziza, but the song?
All right, so I didn't mind that. I thought that was good for her to like show her like, yeah, bitch, I can sing too. Like, yeah, I got it. I just don't got the look, but I got it.
I got it.
And it shined the light on Lou for me. Like, Lou, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Why are you giving your people's song away? That's not what we do. What are you doing? You about to call some bullshit. You already got shit getting plotted against you, and then you doing that, you causing more bullshit. Well, you could have just made her do her own track. Like, what the fuck was he thinking?
He money hungry, so he's trying to get.
I'm about to say, it showed me that how desperate Lou is trying to get this, I guess, label or whatever off. And he by any means that say, look, I don't care if my niece gets screwed. I don't give a fuck what I do. Like, as long as
right, he Puff Daddy out here.
Yeah, and that I think is like going to be his ultimate downfall. I think because he's not showing up on time for Rock for business, and now he's screwing over Jukebox. Like he just like really like
he
whatever.
Wild.
Yeah, he wild. Yeah, for sure. Next we get Marvin, and you alluded to it earlier. Or I think Michelle did when he was following Tony, and he see her in town. He's like, "Oh, you done came up over here, blah blah blah," and watch her in town at this rich neighborhood. And then he get pulled up on by the cop, and he kind of like talk his way out of it, real smooth too. They're eating chips, enjoying my little time. Has like a little break from driving, blah blah blah. So I'm gonna ask Michelle, how you feel about that scene?
The cop was really friendly in that scene.
Yeah,
for some weird reason, given the times. But why is he following her? That part I don't recall.
He trying to take her ass out because remember she's the witness, the one who's sitting on his ass. That's what I think anyway.
Okay,
me too.
Yeah, that to me was just, even though it's that serious that of a storyline, to me that was just a comic relief of the episode because he talked his way out, and then when he followed back and circled through the neighborhood and saw her kissing a old boy, and he was like, "If you only knew where that mouth been," that to me was hilarious.
I think he's trying to he gonna kill her. That's what I think. What happened? He's turning her back. Yeah, take her out because she got him. Do you think same thing?
Yeah, I think he trying to take her out. I didn't think that cop was friendly. That cop was saying mad little slick racist shit.
Okay.
Yeah, y'all just probably might not have been catching it or something, but he was.
What did he say?
Well, he did say. He said, we don't save these parking spots for people who actually shopping over here or something like that." So he did say that.
Yeah, he was like saying like little,
Yeah, and then Marv said, "Yeah, I want to stop the rich from getting richer." Yeah, I did.
Yep. Right. I don't want to stop the rich from getting richer.
Yeah.
He was Marvin was just saying the right shit.
Marvin was a good Marvin. Like this is evolution, right. Just being cool, talking out of it, not snapping and shit like that. Eating as usual. Yo, right. Did you notice though? In the restaurant with the doctor, he had food, but she didn't. That should be cracking the fuck up. He had like 2 plates, and she had no food.
Right. Yo, I think from the video of my people's guy, I think he really like that. Like, I think he really cool like that.
He might be. I would love to meet that nigga in person or whatever like that. But anyway, they get to the cabin. They setting up and stuff like that. It turns out that Italian dudes were actually following them to the cabin. Which is not good, obviously. And they're gonna set up their own shop there, and we'll see what's gonna happen after that later on. And then just to move on a little bit forward, Juke walks into the studio and confronts Lou. And like you talked about, Michelle, Lou tells her, there's money in writing, and he actually doesn't deny it. He pleads his case that it just wasn't your song, and Juke has her issues about this. So how you feeling about that scene between Ju and Luke, Michelle? So.
Again, just like she stepped to Ziza, she had to step to him. Yeah. Jukebox is trying to figure out who she is as an artist, And for the person who was already not really giving her studio time as it was last season and into this season, and then she has the opportunity to actually show what she got just to be ripped from her. Right. I think something tragic is going to come from that dynamic between the four of them: Crown, Ziza, Lou, and Jukebox.
E, how you feeling about Juke stepping to Lou?
I mean, why wouldn't she? I would have stepped to him too. What the fuck? You nut, you numb nut, like you playing, like what you doing? Like really, what you doing? Did you get ass? You ain't even get no buns? Like what you doing? You ain't make no money from it? What you doing?
Yeah.
She should as she should.
Next we get y'all girl Burke or whatever. She is done pulled the damn chick in there the Howard smashing and interrogating her, threatening to take her kids for information to asking, what is he telling you while you're sleeping together? I don't know.
What the fuck?
I don't even know if this shit is legal. What's she doing right now?
Right. That's your fucking partner, man. What the fuck?
Right. And she got her in the whole interrogation room like she a criminal to ask her what she talking about with him when they having sex. But anyway, she wound up slipping up and telling him that she got a son. So, E, how you felt about that scene? But I'm start with you this time.
Man, I felt betrayed. Like, yo, as many times as you sat on that ugly nigga, he did that, and you gonna sit up here and tell that? I know you. And then look, think about it. How the fuck can she take your kid?
Right.
What the fuck were you like? What the hell? I was saying that. I was like, yo, look, scared her right on up. Scared her up so much, she told everything.
Hey, Michelle, what you think about that scene with Burke and her?
Burke is annoying.
Yes.
Annoying as fuck.
He is annoying. And her dad told her to trust your partner. That's all y'all got. And she's digging all around trying to find out something that her partner told her to not do.
Right.
You know, so she has another piece of information, probably the golden ticket. You know, now knowing that Howard has a son, she's going to start putting stuff together even faster. Who else she going to pull off the street? She's probably going to question Jukebox next because that dynamic is already built there.
Right.
First of all, bro, it's so bad. First of all, again, from the beginning, I'm the one that got shot. I told you to leave it alone from the beginning. That's number one. Then number two, you following... You fucking stalking out my house and seeing who I'm sleeping with and then following her? Like, you fucking desperate at this point. And then you gonna bring her in and threaten her? Like, this whole thing is bad. I'm like, and Burke, you don't got the fucking cases at all to work? Like, what the fuck? Like, you ain't doing nothing to work and shit like that. This is all bad. Like
how could we speculate that Howard shuts this down? Does he step to Burke and be like, listen, you investigating my shooting? Stop. Does he put her down? Like, how does he stop her from finding out Kanan did it?
You gotta put her down.
Ain't no way to find out Kanan did it. Only who said Kanan did it is Howard.
It's him.
No, the crackhead only saw the jacket. He never saw Kanan. That's why arrested Unique in the first place. Something like that. So the only way to find out is Howard. And if he don't say shit, it's over. So Burke let this shit go. He ain't gonna say, yeah, my son shot me. So what the fuck? Like, you gotta let this shit go. Like, she's kind of like a annoyingly obsessing on over it, and that's not cool. Now you got this girl. Now you fucking the girl whole livelihood a little bit because now
like a series of sex,
huh?
Right. I was about to say that she's obsessive like sex.
Yeah,
right.
And now we'll fast forward. She told Howard what she told her. That Howard said cut her off. Now we done. So now you done fucked up her little money and shit like that because you want to obsess and shit like that. So
I'm glad we got to see that she has a fat ass. Because that redeemed her for her too.
Yeah, a little bit. She do look a little better in daylight. I'll say that. Shit like that.
Yeah, she did.
You know, like dressed. Okay.
At first, I was like, "That's the same woman."
Right? Yeah, I was. I was like, yo. I'm like, who that? I was like, so. But yeah, definitely redeemed her a little bit. But I guess we won't see her no more. Her part was talk about the son that nobody knew that he had or whatever like that. All right, moving forward, back at the mountains now, or whatever, and we see that these dudes made up a plan. You know, Kanan and Rock are sitting there talking, and they're like, okay, this the dude that Kanan left. I'm gonna go take out her. while you go distract the son or whatever. So the dude go in the woods try to take out Rock, but the other dude who's supposed to be trying to watch Kanan, see Kanan with the white chick again, like he was talking about, smoking the weed and blah, blah, blah. And then he's so hard pressed to stop that he fuck it up because he start, talking to them and coming at the Kanan. And then, not coming at Kanan, but, trying to stop them. And then Rock got to break it up and she yell at Kanan about fucking with white girls. So, How you feeling about this part, E, when that whole thing happened?
That proved her right. That's one. And two, son should have minded his business. My boy was about to get the yams. You see that? Like, they got to cut that shit out. Mind y'all motherfucking business, man.
Yeah.
For real. Damn. You racist punk. Feel me? Like, what the fuck?
Michelle, how you feeling about that whole scene with Kanan and her and the guy and all that shit there? The first time, anyway.
The what?
The first time we broke them up. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, I mean, we're still, 91, 92, 93?
91.
We're still at 91? Okay. So, that was a good reflection of the times when it came from seeing how different teams treat each other. The Italians versus the Blacks, New York versus Jersey. So, we know that Sal really want them out. And he was like, listen, I'm going to send 2 of my goons down there, take them out. Now, homie going to chase Kanan.
Yeah.
He was the real racist one, right? The old heads that's going to stay back and try to shoot Rock. He's the one that was brains behind the operation. Right. So later on, when we see them come back around again, the old heads start talking about how we have rules. And you trying to operate on Kanan, how you trying to operate is against the rules. So that's why I think you see how he treated him at the end when it was all over, said and done.
Yeah, exactly. Like they got rules. I mean, that's one thing about the mafia; they have rules, and they don't play about their rules like that.
So homie's like, we not. The son might be doing that shit, but we not here for him.
Right.
We not.
Yeah, we don't fuck with kids.
No kids, right?
Yeah,
he named mad shit too. He was like Karma.
Yeah.
Like all that, right?
Damn Catholic.
Yeah. he told him. He said, "If I told Sal you try to take out a kid, he'll make me kill you." Like for real. So now how surprised are you that? Because the last thing we saw was they got the the bus from Worrell. So he got her again. How surprised were you that he like done got to the point already trying to kill her now? Like he's done with her. And how y'all feel about that, Sal?
Well, I already felt he was going to be like that when she was talking shit to him in the junkyard.
Okay.
Or whatever that was, construction site.
Yeah.
The way she was talking to him, I already felt he already was like, damn, like, I like her, but, shit's on. Like, you ain't going to come over here disrespecting all crazy. So, I already felt to that
are you
point.
surprised you're at the point of trying to kill her?
No, because she disrespected him 3 times. The first time was moving in the turf. The second time was the meeting, and the third time was doing it a third time. So, at the end of the day, they see her as a real threat now. It's beyond conversation.
Okay. I thought since they got her last by getting the bus, they wouldn't be at the killer part yet. But so I was a little shocked at that part. I thought they might have tried to scare her a little bit more, but the fact that he's like, nah, it's over. That for me, it was kind of a little surprising, I guess, a little bit. But
see, I also think what Unique told him. You know what I mean? Look at Unique.
Right.
They see how Unique living right now.
Yeah.
But also, this is just the first touch, right? So they're gonna. Rock said, we're still gonna operate in New York, so we're gonna see that dynamic again. Sal is gonna try to take her out again, and Rock is gonna continue to try to keep building up there. So we may see them coming around to some type of agreement, or not.
Right.
I mean, now we might, but I'm surprised even that this episode will happen. But yeah, like I talked about, the whole thing with that situation. So anyway, after we get Kanan with the white girl and this dude doing his shit, and then Rock having to save him, like you said, he gave him the rules. No kids. He's gonna take him out. Dude trying to come up on his own, I guess, and see if that'll make him look a little better in front of Sal. But he don't understand the rules. After that, we get Kanan and Rock kind of having to talk, eating some s'mores together. And Rock says, "I thought you might not have been in this at one point, but you are. You are the heir to the throne, in Game of Thrones style. And I'm leaving you. Everything's for you. What you think?" Kanan said, "I thought I might not want to do it, but I really do want it." How you feeling about that heart-to-heart conversation with them? Michelle, what you thinking about that?
I liked it, but it's still built on skepticism now on both sides.
Right.
It's like Kanan's like, my whole family is in this.
Right.
I'm Def Con's son. I'm
Right.
Rock's son. I'm supposed to be hard body and be about this business. But the whole time he still has things that he's questioning about, which is his mother's truthfulness. You know, so we're gonna see him navigate both sides of the fence as he moves up within their organization, their family business, and also trying to figure out who the fuck Howard is and why he keep calling me his son.
Hey, how you feeling
So
about
I
that?
like that. I like them having that moment.
Okay.
That we had the conversation because we saw Kanan as vulnerable and maybe immature, not ready to realize the brevity of what's going on with the family business. But Rock specifically said, "This is what it is," and I try to hide it from you. I try to protect you from it, but ultimately speaking, you are in this family and you're here for a purpose.
Okay.
All right. I felt like she felt definitely. I mean, she blew it out the park with that one. Also, I feel like they needed that. They needed that. He needs to become the person to run shit for real. But from the looks of it, I don't know what happens. But he needs to be the person to run it. So he needs to have the heart. He needs to be able to put in the work at the same time. I mean, she is getting him ready, but the way she's doing it is crazy. Like,
well, speaking of that, so in between we get Howard running up on Juke saying, "What the hell's Ken? I've been paging him, blah blah blah." This and the third, and of course we know Ken out of town, so she like he where he want to be, being her normal Juke self. And then after that, we get Rock and Kanan going to bury that body, but surprising Kanan with the whole thing. So let me go back to Edith's time. How you feeling about Howard running up on her and then them burying the body? Shit together.
Howard looking desperate running up on Juice about that. That looked kind of crazy right there. I ain't gonna lie. That looked spooky. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You his dad, you already hollered at him. He even came to your crib. Chill out. You know what I mean? Let the boy get, you know what I mean? If he going, get space. Like, he looking crazy as hell. That shit looked mad weird. I ain't gonna lie. It threw me off a little bit. But I know that's his dad, so.
Michelle, how you feeling about that? Well, yeah.
Again, Howard looked really creepy running up on the clocks. But we do see his desperation. He's racing against the clock. He's racing against, was it Burns, Bruett? Burke. He's racing against Burke to figure out where Kanan is, you know, to continue to have the conversation, seal it up. You know, you don't know shit. He needs to have that conversation with Kanan now that Burke knows there's a son involved, you know.
Okay.
So, what was the second part?
Oh, to bury the body, Rock and Kanan.
Bury the body. Together. So again, that just follows back to them having that conversation. It's like, all right, you say you ready? Now we got work to do.
Right. That's what it seemed like to me too. Like she was just like, all right, well, listen, now we got to bury this body.
Listen, I'm glad you on board, son, because we got a body that's been in the closet or in the wall for 10 weeks that's been stinking rank, and we got to get in this ground, and that's why we're really up here. So that was basically his pledge in. You know, even though he shot his daddy,
right,
for the team.
Then she asked me, isn't there one part? Did she ask? Did he have money?
Yeah, we went to the store later on.
Right. I wonder if she was paying attention to that.
I know, right? Yeah, maybe,
right.
We'll see.
You got money.
Next, we get Lou in the studio making some beats, and then your boy Crown coming with Famous coming with a freestyle. Or whatever. How you felt about that freestyle? You thought about that shit. But anyway, he told him he ready, he good, blah blah blah. But then he slip out that he ain't even really know about Jess and Crown smashing and what his thing, blah blah blah. And Lou kind of played off like I already knew about that. So Michelle, how you feel like about that, and what's gonna happen after that?
He ain't paying Famous no damn mind. Lou. I think Lou is about Lou.
Okay.
Girls going. Crown is in his place. Lou is, jukebox basically is in her place. Ziza's in her place. He's just trying to make money and stay afloat and focus on that business. So he ain't worried about Famous. He ain't worried about that chick either. Lou is for Lou. And just like Rock said, you are for you.
Yeah. Yeah. How you felt about that scene with Famous and Lou in the freestyle?
I thought that shit was funny. That freestyle was trash. I was looking at Lou. Lou wasn't amused at all.
Nah.
He wasn't amused at all. I'd have been like, man,
he was so psyched too. Like he's like, yo, I still got it. He was psyched up.
Right. Right. Yeah, he was hyped. And I'd have been like, yo. It don't sound like you've been practicing. You must ain't been listening to what the fuck I said. But Lou, I don't know. Lou was out there. You're right. Lou didn't seem like himself. For real. So I don't know what's going on with him.
All right. Well, next we get your girl Juke, and Michelle talked about her earlier. She all dolled up for Juke anyway. Got her hair down, got the dress on and shit. She up in church. Little choir boy come trying to holler at her and shit like that or whatever. You know, trying to get the number and shit. And we know Juke don't go that way. She like, nah, brother, basically. But
yeah, this prayer ain't gonna get answered.
Yeah, this prayer gonna get answered. Yeah. And then we get her mother, I guess, asking the choir director to let her sing, and then we get this great song from her, obviously. So, Michelle, how you feel about this whole church thing?
To me, that conversation between her and the church boy was awkward because we know she batting for the other team,
right?
But and she's trying to basically tell him that without telling him that.
Yeah.
So it was awkward. But the church scene we saw, I love watching her sing.
Yeah.
Siska blow.
Yeah.
And seeing her in her quote unquote feminine element around her mother is really interesting and a great character dynamic to what we know Jukebox to be. Because we know her as this hardcore street press dyke.
Right.
And in front of her mother, she's hair down, earrings, flower, 1991 dress. So seeing her, play both sides of her sexuality is really interesting.
What's interesting to me is that she told the choir director, the mother, let my daughter sing something she can really sing. So I'm like, how many times y'all been together for you to know if she can sing? Have y'all been singing at the crib and shit like that? So it seems like they must have been spending a lot of time together for her to know that shit to me. But how you feel about the whole church thing?
Because just off of what you said right there, I was gonna say, because I was trying to think like nobody reacted when she said it. Like, oh, that's your daughter?
Yeah.
So like. I guess
it seems like some time has passed, like she'd have been around a little bit.
Okay. All right, so the singing, man, this shit reminded me of the Disney Channel. For real. The way she was smiling and looking and shit, she like even when she was talking to the boy, she just had this like Disney Channel smile.
Okay.
So I was just like, oh, all right, I see. Okay, I see how she coming. She coming extra girly.
Yeah, it was
extra girly. Right. Yeah.
Okay, I can agree to that. Yeah, it was.
I still got it, motherfucker.
It's definitely not the Juke that we know, like Michelle said. Right. So I wonder, at some point, I think her mother gonna see it, and would it be a shock to her or something? It's something gonna happen between the mother and her. I feel like they're like, bring it up, but I feel like that whole her real lifestyle is gonna be a big part. Like I said last week, it's gonna be a big part of it. Overall. But like she said, the song was great. She's a good singer. Bro was enjoying it the whole time. He was all into the shit or whatever. And that's that. So then, like you said, we get back to let's go back to the cabin. So they're about to leave and whatnot. Candace about to run back to the store or whatever like that. Then dude's all right, I got one more chance. So you go follow him again. Don't fuck with the kid. And I'm trying to take her out. Rock this time is prepared. She see him coming, whatever. And she gonna jump on him. Meanwhile, Kanan trying to holler the white girl, and dude just can't stand it. So he still gonna fuck with Kanan. Wound up getting the best of Kanan and about to kill him. But instead, Rock, who would have knocked the dude out, then came and shot his boy. And they decided, listen, I'm gonna let y'all go. You let us go. To the white girl, she ain't gonna say shit or whatever, and just tell Sal, that we're gonna figure the shit out. So Michelle, you thought about this whole last sequence there up at the mountain.
I liked it. It gave us a bit of action within the episode.
Yeah.
Right.
My question is, what sixth sense did she have that she was being watched? What alarming factor was it that she realized that somebody was after her and Kanan? But nonetheless, I think in that moment, Kanan got to see the other side of it. He's never around when that shit goes down. And he got to see his mother in action, making deals, calling shots, protecting. And for the big homie to shoot the little guy really shows that they don't play with kids. There's rules to this. We do what we do. We kill adults. We run drugs. We take orders. We're hitting. but there's ways to go about this, and that small window of opportunity that the big homie gave by shooting old boy in the leg, let them make that deal per se, and kept the white girl alive. So I think we got to see through that scene where Kanan is going to begin to submit himself within the organization, because he's exposed to all of it now.
Hey, how you felt about that last sequence in the show there?
I love the last sequence. It was more like luck for them, for real. Like, I feel like she had a knife to a gunfight. Like, that shit was crazy.
First of all, this big ass knife. No.
Yeah, it was. But why you didn't pick up his gun when you ran off?
Oh yeah, that's true.
That's what I was pissed off about. I'm like, damn, you ain't even grabbed the damn gun.
Yeah.
Go save Kanan with. But luckily, he don't play about killing kids. He shot him. I like how Kanan had the ratchet on old boy the whole time.
Quick. Yeah, he got shit quick.
Quick. That boy was on point. I like that. I also like how the old girl was like, I don't remember nothing. Like, yeah, you know what to do. You know, you ain't seen shit. Or my people and his people will do something real nasty to you.
Yeah. See,
that was crazy.
Shit.
Whatever. Shit.
Trust me. Whatnot. Yeah, it was crazy. I ain't like that. They can't let that dude fucking knock him down. I'll let me you fuck that old man.
Yeah, I gotta fuck that old. Yeah.
What's real shit?
But TJ was like that at first, and I looked at TJ and was like, "Nah, that's a grown man."
That is true. He got grown man.
That's a grown man. Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, I feel like it's going with the Italians and them. Like, I think they're gonna go back and tell Sal what happened, obviously, and I think Sal is not gonna try to kill her now and try to make some sort of understand. Well, we'll see how the next episode. We'll try to get some sort of understanding.
Agreement, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. At this particular time, it's better for both people. So that's the episode, man. Like, it wasn't a lot of action. We had Rock and Kanan out the picture for a bit, but still stuff happening with Marvin and Lou. How would y'all rate it?
Right.
On a score of 1 to 10.
I'm gonna go with 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I say 8.5, even an 8.75, because in every character in this episode was shown, and their storyline was prolonged. It wasn't like Marvin and Jukebox was over there and not in this episode. Every single character's storyline was further developed, and that's something I really appreciate this point in the season.
I felt like it too. This is a halfway point with this episode 5, so I felt like it was a good way to kind of get to the halfway point. We got 5 episodes left, so more to talk about. I'm gonna go with an 8, like 8, something like that. It was good. It was solid. It wasn't as good as last week though, so I'm gonna have to go with an 8 on that.
Right.
Hopefully we get more next week though. But anyway, I get ready for Game of Thrones in a half hour. So you guys, we're back on Tuesday. We're gonna miss Michelle. She can't be on there because the job or whatever, unfortunately.
I get home too late, and I let it's y'all. So
why you don't do what I do? I be coming on in the car. Yeah, what up?
It's all good. We got Chris coming on now anyway, starting on Tuesday, so that should be cool as well. So we kind of replaced you already, Michelle, a little bit, but nah, our guy Chris wanted to come on there, so it kind of worked out a little bit. That's what you shit. So
it's all good.
Good. But anyway, thanks for coming on today. We'll see you next week for, of course, Power Book 3, Episode 6 next week. Of course, I'll see you on Tuesday. For everybody else, like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you next time. Peace. Yo.